active citizenship mean to you after today?
To me, active citizenship means participating consciously in society, not only enjoying our rights, but fulfilling our duties. After today, I understand that it involves very much of staying informed about what's happening around us, um, helping others, expressing what we believe, our opinions, and helping improve our community.
I learned that it means to believe in something bigger than yourself, to take greater consciousness and care for your community. This is what active citizenship is. It's the ability to think for the people around you and be the voice of their worries and of course be the initiative for change.
After today's session, I would say that means that being active on the local level, speaking out when you need to be active in your communities, and again, not necessarily being prepared for what's going to happen, but whenever there's an issue in your local level, a law, a policy of something that you need to do, then you should really step up and join and discuss these things within your local level. So being proactive and knowing that it's never too late to actually aim for a change.
Why is it important that diverse youth voices are part of policy discussions?
Young people will be the ones that are living with the decisions that are made currently in Europe. Also, they bring new ideas and creativity. When young people from different backgrounds are involved, policies are most likely to reflect their backgrounds and everything, while also encouraging a stronger democratic feeling of responsibility and belonging in Europe itself. That's why initiatives like this benefit from including a wide range of youth voices.
I think more young people should be involved in discussions about youth problems because these topics directly concerns them.
Did this experience make you feel more confident to speak up? Why or why not?
So with no doubt, this made me feel really more confident. We had so many talks about so many things about our work as volunteers. So really, I know that I feel like if some topics come to the conversations or situation, I will feel more confident to approach the situation.
I think this experience definitely made me more confident to speak up because I was able to meet up with other young people who are also passionate about youth advocacy as well as activism, and I think that being in such a community really helps with your confidence because you see that you're not alone in your causes and you find like-minded people to support you and for you to support them, and when you're not alone, when you're in a group, you're definitely more confident to speak up.
How can policymakers and young people build more trust with each other?
So I think policymakers need to create the opportunities and be very open-minded about young people. So they need to create spaces for young people to feel heard and really exchange ideas, not in a hierarchical way, but in a more community way.
Definitely think a big part of it is having way more conversations because it's the most basic, the most human way to connect with anybody, and you can't fully get your point across with just emails or writing letters, anything. So I definitely think just sitting down, being in one room and being ready to listen to each other properly and see where you're coming from is the most helpful way.
How can conversations like this create real change in the local level?
What we've seen here in Gabriel and our discussions with other local youth centers in the past year is that every active city should have such a space and a hub for such discussions. So what I learned is that the local cities have the power and the youth to actually propose change, to speak out. And it's very, very strong when you go around the country and see that in each city they have this differentiation and this proactive approach to local policies.
So this type of conversation creates real change by giving young people a platform to share their perspectives on how Europe can improve in areas like education, inclusion, and mobility. By exchanging ideas and experiences, we can turn on voices into concrete proposals and local initiatives that contribute to a more connected and inclusive Europe.
What is one issue from your community that you feel deserves more attention at policy level?
According to my community and the youth in my home city, which is Stara Zagora, we think that there is a really big issue when it comes to unemployment. And young people are leaving the city, which is really sad because there can be lots of opportunities for us. But unfortunately, we leave the city and probably will never come back. Maybe we can, on a policy level, this problem can be solved with engaging young people from their young age, especially in high school, so they can know what opportunities they have in this city, so they can stay or even study in Track University and make the city young again.
So, in my opinion, one issue that deserves more attention is finding or have access to affordable housing, because nowadays many people, including young people, struggle to find housing at reasonable prices. Assessing this problem through effective policies is very important and would help in this problem.
What does it mean to you to be listened to by policymakers?
Well, to me, it means that my opinion and my thoughts can be realistically implemented into decision-making processes, so that in the end of the day there is a realistic change.
I think it means that I'm being seen, that my opinions are validated and are important. It means that they want to know what young people like me think, and for me that's very important because normally these policy makers don't really take in consideration our opinions as young generation, so it feels like I'm being part of something.
What kind of Europe do you hope policymakers are working towards?
I hope they're working towards a Europe where young people are not treated as the future but the present, a more democratic and independent Europe.
Nowadays we live in a very divided world, and I think it's very important that Europe works towards united democratic federation, especially since I believe that inclusivity and integration and diversity is very important and enriching for every culture. So I really hope that the European Union will work towards that.
What message would you like decision makers to take from young people today?
If I had the chance to respond and reach the great decision makers today, I would ask them to be less restrict with the borders. I think the young generation has just a will to reach other cultures, interact, and the way things are working right now, the world intensifying the tensions between countries, it's not good for us, it's not good for anybody, it's not what we want. We hope for a more peaceful time, and we just want to have fun. We just want to have a good time. We don't want strict borders. We don't want putting us against another, and at the end of it all, we're all the same. We want to see each other